signs you could have stayed. It's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun? Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy?
New?
New?
New.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through color glass, time rolls on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shape my smile.
Today is November 2nd, 2022. It is 3:34 a.m. So I'm a bit late and I have a couple tweets to share with you. So let's get to it. New subscribers, welcome. Alright, so this is my first tweet. Alright, the new episode of Archetypes sees Meghan joined by Sophie Trudeau, actress Pamela Adlon, and Sam J. Comic to discuss the problematic stereotypes of, quote, good wife, bad wife, end quote, and good mom, bad mom, end quote, plus a surprise appearance from Dovia Ragland. So I did listen to it, and yesterday I had the computer all to myself. So what I did is that I made sure I finished whatever I was editing for the day, and then right after I finished edit, I went to vote. And I was listening to the podcast on my way to the voting area and return. And when I got home, cook, and I was still listening to it. So yeah, it was a very good podcast. I saw some of the things that she was saying and myself as well, especially when my firstborn was born. My issue was having friends for him to interact with. So that was, I remember that very well, very distinctively, how worried I was of having him, having some connection with other kids his age to socialize. I didn't know anybody, and eventually we got a little bit better. But right now, the problem I'm having with my youngest, he doesn't care, he doesn't mind, just be by himself, and socialize is an issue with me right now with my youngest. My oldest is fine. Okay, Mama Doria in her house. Okay, let's see here. Nolly Oldshow Levine is twisting words to imply Meghan and Sophie were drunk while kids were in the water. Just to be clear, Meghan said, quote, "We swam, we drank wine, we splashed in the water," end quote. It's truly amazing how some of these reporters twist Meghan's word. They do it on purpose. I mean, yeah. Alright, so that's the quote. You could pause your screen and read it. I'm not gonna read it all. Or go listen to the podcast. Okay. This episode was so relatable. I was feeling all sort of emotion during this podcast. The poem, the portion about feeling guilty for not being perfect, anecdote about making a meal for loved ones, anecdote about just getting the kids ready for the day, kids leaving home. Okay, so I'm not at that stage where the kids leaving home yet, but a lot of things resonate to me, and I'm so grateful, and I knock on wood that I have my husband who helps. He's very hands-on, especially, I only have boys, so he's really hands-on. So I'm very grateful for that. And before the pandemic, I remember rushing, getting them ready for school, preparing their meal, for lunch and all of that. But now we realize that the school meal is very healthy, so we told them to eat, because my kids are very picky, especially my youngest. So we tell him, eat school lunch, we pay for it. Believe me, it's not that cheap, but to get the load of being a picky eater, to get it off my case, and I told him to just eat the school lunch. Okay, can't wait to listen to this one. My kids are all grown up, and my husband passed away in February. I'm sorry, but Meg's podcast always hit home for me, and I think this one will hit even harder. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Okay, sending my love. Yeah, sending you my love. Oh my goodness. Mama Doria and her flower interact is the sweetest thing ever. The "hey mommy" and "hey how's my girl" are just the most adorable. Okay, interaction. She fixed herself. Gracious, I did not know how bad I needed to hear what these brilliant, insightful women were saying. I feel seen. This was by far my favorite, to be honest. TBF, I think I said that every week. Join the club. We all felt the same way with each new episode. Sophie Gregoire Trudeau, our First Lady, retained her own name as well as Trudeau. Okay, OMG, love this episode. I will also love the meltdown from the usual skid mark analysis for rats in the UK. Her words will be twisted out of context to find a negative to castigate her over, but by God's, she's good and her friends brilliant. Okay, great episode, listening it twice. Great guest. Archetype with Meghan on Spotify. Good wife, bad wife, good mom, bad mom. Alright, so let's go to the next tweet. Alright, there's more coming. Oh, let's read the last one because it appears. Okay, Doria Ragland sounds like the sweetest human being. The love she has for Meghan compensates for any love that she may have lost in the last few years. I pray she live a very long and healthy life so her dear grandchildren can be doted on and raised with her loving influence. Yep. Okay, our queen's mother, she's sweet as down sweet potato pie. Alright, so let's go to the next one. And I guess this word for me because many times I've said I've never heard her voice. So yeah, so that was for me. I've heard her voice. The last time I think I hear her voice was during, I think it was the cookbook was it released. There was it was very low and very low. I could very barely make the sound of her voice, but I think she spoke. One of the cameras caught her speaking with Meghan and stuff like that. All right, next tweet. Meghan's guest on her podcast today is First Lady of Canada, Sophie Trudeau. Sophie and her kids visited Meghan, Archie, and Lily this past summer. Yep, and I think they were friends, if I'm not mistaken. Any squaddies who've been following Meghan way before me, I'm not trying to take any territory here, could correct me on that. I think they were friends before Meghan even met Harry. So there was some connection there. So their friendship is genuine. And I think also, I could look it up. When I'm editing, just look at my screen. what is it? She was an actress, I think. All right. Look at them being silly. Yep. That's what life is about. If you're not enjoying it, you're not living. You're not living life. And Meghan said that when I think in South Africa, you know, something she said, what it does to you internally, couple things, is not life. That's not what life is about.
It's not enough to just survive something, right? Like, that's not the point of life. You've got to thrive. You've got to feel happy. And I think I really tried to adopt this British sensibility of a stiff upper lip.
It has its, advantages, I guess.
I really tried, but I think that what that does internally is probably really damaging. And the biggest thing that I know is that I never thought that this would be easy, but I thought it would be fair.
Yeah. Yeah, thank God for her true self. Yeah, she was talking about the inflatable pizza. The ones with the, what is it? Not mushroom, the pepperoni costs more. Meghan getting her kids an inflatable pizza float has me cheesing, pun intended, less than a minute into the podcast, and the kids giggling in the background. Yep. I don't have a pool, so I don't even have a backyard. I live in an apartment. Okay, I'm making it my goal in life to call Sophie, the First Lady of Canada, every chance I get. Because why are you all having conniptions over this? There's the laugh. Yeah, some people were saying there's no First Lady in Canada, and then I went and searched it on Google, and I said Canada's First Lady, and she popped up, and then I took a screenshot and posted to those people who were crying foul. Okay, go and cry some more. Okay, Spotify. Okay, episode of the day. Meghan sits down with better things. Okay, Pamela Alden, First Lady of Canada, Sophie Gregor Trudeau, and comedian Sam J. Comic to unveil the roles of good wife, bad wife, good mom, bad mom. Alright, I did. An official title equally applicable to Canada as well as the USA and any other non-monarch. Okay, what is it? I think Canada is Commonwealth of the UK, I think. Let's see here. What did they say? First Lady is an unofficial title usually used for the wife and occasionally used for the daughter of other female relative of a non-monarchical head of state or chief executive. The term is also used to describe a woman seen to be at the top of her profession or art. Okay. I didn't look this up, and I think Wikipedia was the thing that sort of popped up when I say Canada First Lady. Okay, Sophie and Meghan are friends. Oh, let the tears begin. That's quite or something. Okay, and they were friends. There's my answer. They were friends before she met Harry. Yep, this is what I thought. Okay, there's my answer here. Forget the tears, the Rangers will be melting. Well, they're trying. A certain cretin surnamed Levine apparently listened, and her takeaway was, wait for it, Meghan and Sophie drank wine with the kids in the pool. Yep, she tried to make that a thing. Shaking my head. Was it Mangela knows a thing or two about drinking? This lady, I can't believe. Not too long ago, she was in a video that I was making where I was analyzing that particular video. Okay, well, I'm American and we'll call her whatever I want. Okay, as long as it's respectful. Okay, that's good to hear. King Charles III needs to know Harry and Meghan don't need to go to BP to meet head of state. They do it in their own home. That's the thing I think he has issues with. Remember, when Harry went, including Meghan, went to the Netherlands, especially when Harry was hanging out with the king. What's his name? William something. I know there's a William in his name. It's one word, but William is part of it. All right? With the king of, is it Netherlands? Yeah, of Netherlands. I remember seeing the image, the video of Harry with the phone and the light. They just, being, just having fun, whatever. And something popped up in my head, said, I don't think UK is gonna like that, because the main thing is they think those titles are the things that open doors. This is the thing that really pisses them off. So when Harry went to the Netherlands, the hanging out with the king, especially with the king, okay, forget everybody else, the king, okay, that pisses him off. And I also remember there was a time Harry was saying something, that his father wanted him to behave like a royal. Okay, this thing, that prestige, the term royal, really mean dear to those people's heart. But Harry, who lives in it and don't see any kind of prestige or any kind of royal, whatever you may make of it, because he's seen the real world. All right. So when Harry hangs out with high level of society, it pisses them off. It really pisses them off. They want to be the one to open the door for him, to say, you see this head of state or this person, this, whatever the person might be, as long it's a high level person, he wants to be the one to open the door for him, to say, this is me who opened the door for you, this kind of thing. Almost similarly, you could make of it when there was one of those people, Middle Eastern, who Charles sort of introduced Harry with to donate to Santa Bali. But when, Harry was more than happy to receive the donation for Santa Bali. But later on, to give the money, okay, the promise was made, but to give the money to Santa Bali, the guy said to Harry that, to come and hang out with him in his country, wherever the country was. All right. Harry was like, that wasn't part of the deal. The idea was you're going to donate to the children. Okay. Santa Bali is, for AIDS, patient or people who's living with AIDS for Santa Bali. That's what Santa Bali is about. So the deal was never be part of me going to hang out with you and things like that. All right. So Harry quickly told his father, this person is a bad actor, so don't deal with him. So Harry saw it from the beginning. Charles never did any of that. Okay, go look at some of my old videos. I have that. So in other words, the whole point of bringing this up is that Charles wanted to be the one to give Harry access to any world leaders, any prominent individual, any person of high society. Charles wanted to be the one to open the door for Harry. Meanwhile, there's Harry out there doing his thing, and world leaders is hanging out in his house. All right, this is what privacy is all about.
When it comes to privacy,
it's not them who have said they want privacy. It's something that the tabloids have said about them that's latched on.
This is what privacy is all about.
They have taken steps when there have been blatant violations, unlawful violations of privacy. Of course, then they've challenged it because that's in line with their...
This is what privacy is all about.
Doesn't mean just because you assert your human rights that you then become some kind of Trappist monk and take a vow of silence and you're not allowed to discuss anything.
Didn't you have an expectation that you're going to have to lose privacy?
Well, it's two things here.
That's part of the deal.
Two things here. I think everyone has a basic right to privacy. Basic, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're not talking about anything that anybody else wouldn't expect.
This is what privacy is all about.
No, but you already showed me that one, so you have to show me everything. You know what? I'm just going to hire someone to sit in front of your house or hide in the bushes and take pictures into your backyard because you've lost your right to privacy because you shared one image with me.
Mm-hmm.
That's sort of the flawed argument and its operating mechanism that they're confusing people to think. I think life is about being able to share our stories and share parts of our lives that you're comfortable with.
This is what privacy is all about.
There's no one who's on Instagram or social media that would say, because I shared this one picture, that entitles you to have my entire camera roll. Go ahead, look through it. No one would want that.
This is what privacy is all about.
So it's about boundaries and it's about respect. They've created a false narrative. I've never talked about privacy.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's just a basic understanding.
And world leaders is hanging out in his house. All right, This is what privacy is all about. We will never know about this if Meghan didn't say a damn thing. All right, you don't need people to scoop into your house while you're having fun with your family and friends hanging out. Okay, for people to hang out on your backyard to take picture of it. Okay, this is what privacy is all about. Okay, she tells you when she wants to. All right, and that's been months. Okay, over the summer. All right, I almost feel bad for the haters. Okay, this is gonna be good. Almost. Okay, Canada does not have was that the one who said that? Does not have a first lady. That is an official title in the US. The head of state of Canada is the king, which is true. Yeah, okay, because I thought Canada is one of those Commonwealth country of the UK, which will make the queen the first lady, I think. Okay, and your point is this person is technically right, but when I typed of Google Canada's first lady, so technically also Mrs. Trudeau is the first lady, because in Canada Trudeau is the top person over there. All right, so well, to channel Jay-Z this time, Archetype with Meghan is high level, no eye level. We are digging deep. All right, I can't even imagine how the band of Meghan bashing people will respond to this. What was it they said? Oh yes, she is irrelevant. Haha. Is it on? I have to listen to it. Okay, let's read some more and then that's it. What do you think the haters will say when they learn that Sophie and Justin live at 24 Sussex Drive, the Howes? 24. Okay, they were not able to move into 24 Sussex Drive because it needs renovation. Okay, wow, she kisses Meghan. Okay, another great Archetype with Meghan. Each time I listen, I think it gets any better. Then I'm blown away again. Wow, awesome photos. Thanks for sharing. All right, let's go to the next tweet. Oh my God, I'm already 17 minutes. And that's only 2 tweets that I've shared, and there's so much more. All right, next tweet. Harry and Meghan don't have any friends. They're isolated in their home. There's a laugh. Turns out they're hanging out with prime ministers. You love to see it. There's that. Alright, I can't wait for the meltdown over the friendship with the Sophie, expecting the usual tantrum, denial of the friendship, and the general meltdowns. Okay, we find out that Meghan was already friend with Trudeau's wife anyway, so they have been friends. Okay, there's another squaddy who's mentioning it. Okay, they have been friends for a while from her time in Toronto before Harry came into her life. Okay, Jessica Mulroney is the daughter-in-law of Prime Minister as well. Ah, that is very interesting. I didn't know that. These are relationships she had prior to Harry. She has always been well connected. Yeah. With Mulroney, that for sure. Okay, and no leaks. There's the thing here, and no leaks to the press. That's why I ignore 99.999 of the nonsense spewed by the so-called expert, which make them cray. That's been crazy that they can't get the scoop. Sis, what I have missed? OMG, what is it? All right, Archetype. There's the laugh. I surely love to see it. Plus, no sources and aides leak anything. They are thriving, and I'm here for it. 110%. Okay, they are also increasing their of friends. I love it. Me too. Okay, 0. Is that 0? What's that circle mean? I don't know. Does it says if I? Nope, it doesn't say. Amazing, so good, especially after yesterday's happening. What happened yesterday? Yeah, what happened yesterday? I don't know. Well said. Even if this is true, why does someone else unhappiness bring to you joy, huh? Okay, LOL, they are going to be salty. They are always salty. The responders quite always have. All right, I ignore one of those comments. I don't know what you mean. Okay, there's the thing here. All right, privacy is having Canada's first family at your home in California for the summer and revealing it with their permission on your own timeline.
I think life is about being able to share our stories and share parts of our lives that you're comfortable with.
This is what privacy is all about. Archetype. Okay, there's the thing here. We don't have a first family. Who are you talking about? Okay, there's me putting this here. There's the Google thing here. All right, Canada First Lady, Sophie Gregoire Trudeau. There it is here. All right, so whatever. All right, let's go into this. Okay, there's my comment here. I know it's an American term, but you know who I'm talking about. If you Google Canadian first family, they'll still show up. Okay, there's this also showed up when I Google President of Canada, but we don't have that either. So what's the problem? We know what he was talking. He literally said privacy is having Canada's first family. Okay, first family. So whatever, okay, but yet you're here arguing with him on his own timeline. When you Google it, you know exactly what he meant. Okay, why are you trying to discredit everyone? You know what they mean when they say first family of Canada. They don't mean that Canada has a president. Everyone knows that. Let's spread positivity. This was a great podcast of friends talking about motherhood. That's all. That's very good. Okay, like I said, oh God, okay, I'm gonna ignore her because that's a troll. Let's get out of there. I don't want to have a meltdown here. Okay, I tell you, if they were in the UK, we will be hearing questions about what food they ate, who paid for the food, how disrespectful it is to the queen, how against protocol. Yep, that's what we will be hearing. Okay, 100%. Yeah, my brother. Say it louder for the derangers in the back, please. I'm so happy Meghan has friends in high places. Okay, that's right. There's that. The Prime Minister might have been there also, LOL. When, well, they didn't say, well, she said might, so let me not speculate anything. So, okay, when tabloid and royal expert pretend to know even your deepest thought. This is funny. Your deepest thought. That is true. All right, your point. Okay, it is made. Yeah, it is made. Yeah, she said it whenever she wants to. You don't have to be people spooking or sneaking around to let the world know this is what's happening in your backyard. This is exactly what the privacy she was looking for. She tells you when she wants to. Alright, who are you talking to? Let me see. You sound jealous and bitter. It's amazing how people find time and the day to criticize this woman just because. I have yet to wake up and go to any royal page to criticize. Get your life, touch grass. Okay, maybe someone in there. Okay, and the one it was meant for got it. Run along. Okay, so your point. Maybe this one. Okay, you sound jealous. Nah, that's not jealous. You sound jealous and bitter. It's amazing. Okay, that's the one I just find. I just read. Who are you talking to? Okay. LOL. People can't read and comprehend something. Okay, that's a bad look at Twitter handle. Okay. Let me move on. Because I don't want to waste time. When the bats popped up, you get lost into what are they talking about. Because there's nothing to be discussing about because they have no clue. All right, next week. Trudeau and Sussex's same energy. Sophie Trudeau in the house. Okay, Archetype with Meghan. Yep. There they are here. Love their hobby. Yep. There was some. Yes, indeed, love. There's a heart. Okay, to stand up global citizen couple and love. I love this. Love the energy behind their love. Two power couples. There's that. Rumor has it that they are still not living together and are separated. There's the thinking place. I want to hear Harry on Spotify. Save Harry. That bottom left. Okay, that bottom left photo Sophie looks like she was about to say something wildly and appropriately funny foolery, and Justin was really trying not to get involved. There's a laugh. I know she's a handful in a good unproblematic way. Okay, gross. Okay, whatever. This person, I'm saying whatever, but I got her. Okay, the same energy is beautiful. Bad vibe. Okay, that's the troll. Okay, same energy. Yep, there's those people. I don't know. Why is it? It's negativity that they are after. My goodness. Alright, don't even go there. The Trudeau as a couple or nothing like Harry and Meghan. Whatever. Okay, poor Meghan. She has been so victimized. Okay, whatever. I don't even understand what they mean by that. Next tweet. Okay, Dovia coming in mid-podcast Archetype. I bookmarked this because of this. The heart and the eyes. It's like, yep, okay, wasn't that awesome? Okay, that's what you call a surprise parent. After all these years, I'm just now hearing what her voice sounds like. Okay, no way. We get to hear Queen Dovia's voice. I'm off to Archetype with Meghan. Okay, there's a heart listening now. OMG, yes. Okay, there's that. Okay, let's go to the next one. The squad, the way they put the tweets out there, it's so funny. Next tweet. Her good friend Camilla was giggly having adulterous fun with her son's godfather while her son developed a vicious cocaine habit. Okay, I do not know. I'm just reading this. I don't know if it's this true. Alright, this is her thing here. Meghan, she retweet Levine thing. Meghan's latest podcast, she and Mrs. Trudeau were giddy, like absolute schoolgirl, while the two of them drank wine close to the swimming pool. How do you know how close they were? Maybe the kids were taking a nap. Okay, there's many times during a pool party, people could still having fun. You're not in the pool all the time. Oh my goodness. They already, I guess their vision, well, it's just like one of the tweets just said, they could think what you're thinking. They already know what was going on. My goodness. Drink wine close to the swimming pool where their children played. No comment needed. I don't know. Usually in the US, okay, at a very early age, they, especially rich people, okay, one of the things they start teaching their kids even before they start walking is show them how to swim. Okay, at least to know how to float above water. So God forbid is an accident happen, they know how to float. Alright, I don't know how it is about other places. Okay, she must not realize rich people have, there it is, literal glass gates. Okay, that's one thing I don't know about because I don't have a pool. Okay, she must not realize rich people have literal glass gates around their pools and that they have security who will probably jump into the water faster than Meghan and Sophie could. Also, children in America start, there it is. Children in America start taking swim lesson early and can at least float to safety. There it is. That's right. Okay, Angela grew up with a bad mom and her own son hates her, so she's just in her feeling with this episode because she is a bad mom. Well, at least we could say she listened. Okay, she has a child. I didn't even know. 3 boys. Oh my God, holy crap. I'm learning that right now. I didn't know she has kids at all. Okay, I don't even understand what she's complaining about. Okay, she's insinuating that they are somehow bad mothers. If she wants to start a discussion about royal mothers, so be it. Okay, Camilla's son was drug supplier. Oh, what? Oh my God, Oxford Mail UK. Okay, Camilla Parker Bowles' son supplied pals with drugs while he studied at Oxford University, claimed his ex-college friend. Oh my Lord. Oh, You are a sad old lady. Why are you listening to Meghan podcast? Thank you. Okay. Why aren't you writing about Billy's affair, Chuck's corruption, Andrew the pedo, the fake Windsor marriages? Oh, there was a fake Windsor's marriage? Okay, I'm not aware of that. Are you concerned that Harry is going to expose the fake, lying, toxic, corrupted Windsor world? Alright, let's see here. Let's wait and see what she says when Meghan hosts Eugenie. That would be very interesting. Okay, is she going to host her? Wow, mamma mia. All right, that would be very interesting. Okay, she said we drunk wine, but not where they drunk it. Thank you. This is the thing here. That's what I was saying at the beginning of this tweet, where I said it's not even at a pool party. It's not all the time you're sitting around and drinking. You're not even in the pool all the time. Okay, maybe you ate, or maybe before you eat, you drink a little. You swim a little. You go drink a little. You do. There's different time of the day. You feel like doing different things. It could easily be if they slept over. All right, maybe during dinner time after the kids go to bed. Alright, so she didn't even say when. She just gave you a snippet of some of the thing that she did, but she already put her spin into it. This person is right. She said we drank wine, but not where they drank it. And look how it talks. Levine is alcoholic with her red puff face and red nose. That woman has nothing else to do. Can't wait to see karma come to her. Okay, what does it mean when no comment is needed but you comment anyway? It's better than being giddy with grotesque royal mouthpiece. Say what now? There's that. Hilarious. Meghan can afford to sip wine and laugh with her friends while the nanny takes care of the children. I was about to say that because that was a picture. I don't think I shared it. So I think it was Nacho's wife who took a picture. They were having, like, it was in the backyard. All right. There were a group of people. All right. Harry didn't have any shoes on, just walking around. And then there's Meghan talking with somebody. All you could see is Harry's back and Archie's from far away. Archie sipping onto an icy thing. And then the nanny, I believe that was the nanny, was with Archie. And then Meghan was in her own little corner talking with somebody. Harry, walking, I don't know, probably going to get his barbecue, whatever it is. It was a relaxed atmosphere. So somebody was already looking after Archie. Okay, so there's a possibility during that time, okay, they probably had their nanny there, or maybe not. Who knows? All right, she didn't say all of this, but the speculation of these people makes me wonder too. I'm speculating myself. All right, so just to give you an idea, during an outing, a get-together, there's Archie, because I saw the picture, I didn't share it with you, all right, because I saw it was somewhat private. Did I share it? I don't know. No, it was more in the private of their home, so I didn't bother putting it in the video. Okay, did she say the children were in the pool while they were chatting on the balcony? Why didn't Camilla take her to India so she can desire? Okay, she never listened to what said. Is it willful or a malfunctioning hearing aid? Okay, these people provide comedy for free. Time for Meghan to sue. This is not worth suing, and this is why sometimes they say certain things like that where what's the point of this? You don't want to waste your time on that. All right, next tweet. While I'm editing this, one thing that crossed my mind, I believe, what country was that? I know I made a video about it. I don't remember how long it was, if it was embedded within a tweet. I think it was Finland. Is it Prime Minister of Finland? That lady who was having a get-together with her friend and she was dancing, and then someone put out a picture or a video of her, and the opposite of politician over there was trying to make her look bad because she was dancing and all of that. So something just came to mind while I'm editing, and I hope I could convey my thought in a reasonable way. Is that it seems like, okay, looking from outside, it seems like there's a small little shift. There's a small little change that's happening. It's very minuscule. It's not that huge, but it's very minuscule. Or maybe it is huge, but we just don't see it because the negativity is taking over what I'm seeing is happening. Is that there is a small little progress that is being made. It's not huge, it's not humongous, but it's very little, because there are women like the Prime Minister of Finland, First Lady of, I know they said they don't have a First Lady in Canada, but like her doing her own thing, because I believe she's a feminist. This is why Meghan get along with her, because she does almost the same thing that Meghan does. Advocate for female, human rights and all of that. And so there are some small little shift that's happening that I think the other side, those men who wants to be in power, who's trying to strike down Roe versus Wade, this type of men who see the shift is happening because people, women around my age are pushing back. Remember, have I spoke on my other videos, previous videos, where I say generation from my mom and probably before her, after, slavery and other things that happened, they sort of lay back. And I brought the part where a lot of black communities, I'm talking in America, okay? I don't know about other countries, in America, where to prevent blacks from moving forward, there were a lot of drugs in those neighborhoods, and almost every corners there's a liquor store to distract people, get drunk, so you don't really pay attention of moving forward. Okay, but now people my age and probably younger, the next generation, there's a little pushback. They're fighting back, and especially generation what do they call them, Z, are fighting back. All right, so there's a small little pushback despite what we just saw, after the 2016 election, and there's a lot of loud noise that is being made, and at the same time we could see women are pushing through. Okay, so while we still have that small little momentum going, we need to teach our kids. Let them see what is wrong, because without men getting involved, which Meghan have said as well, without men getting involved for the fairness to happen, it's gonna be extra hard. Okay, because those other men who don't care, they only see themselves as the only one to be in power, they will not give you an inch. But we need some reasonable men like Harry and probably Trudeau. Who else? I don't know. Is the Finland Prime Minister married? I think so. I don't know. And Jacinda from New Zealand. There's a lot of small little progress that's being made around the world. We need to band together. The same way Hillary Clinton had spoke up when those negativity was being pushed on the Prime Minister of Finland. She spoke. I don't know how much I share with you, but it was on Twitter. Okay? So there is a small little things that's happening here, so we should not stop and look. Let's not forget Stacey Abrams, who's running for governor of Georgia. Even though she lost her governorship the first time around, she didn't stop. She's still pushing through, and we have to thank her for what happened in the 2020 election. She was working her butt off. Okay, so women are fighting, and we need men to be involved. And people like me who only have boys, we need to talk to them. Okay, I could see, even in my own house, my youngest son, 10 years old, the mentality that he has. He's a very bright little boy. He is more savvy than my oldest. The thing that comes out of this kid's mouth is unbelievable. So I'm aware of it, and knock on wood and thank God for it, for me to shift his brain to say, this is not the way to think. All right, because I think I sort of brought it up in one of my videos. I don't know if I deleted it. We went apple picking. My husband was carrying the apple bag, and I don't know what I said. I don't remember. And he was talking in terms of strength, that men is more stronger than women and all of that. And I was telling him what makes men more stronger. Me, I was thinking more of testosterone. Okay, more of the way men is built in comparison to women, and what makes them physically stronger and all of that. But he went to a completely history of different things. The crazy mentality that I'm seeing, okay, men are having. My little boy, my 10-year-old has that. So I need to shift that from him to make him see something completely different. To have, he should respect. Okay, I'm not saying all of that, but sometimes when he talk, the thing that come out of his mouth is very, I need to shift that. But anyway, let's get back to the original recording. All right, welcome to Ya Dirty King Charles. All British media will look after the monarchy by feeding ya all their wild narratives to a make-believe story. They want Harry and Meghan to be the villain of royal family, but does it mean their good works should never be questioned? Only negative stories, right? Okay, Charles could have help. He helped his friend. Okay, what does that? Okay, why did he tweet it that? All right, let me read this and then I'll go into what he retweeted. Okay, Charles is old and not very attractive. Also, the firm knows William is also not very charismatic and average in looks. The firm has no outside influence, and the British media tries to desperately, day after day, try to get them into the world through association by using Harry's name. I don't know what all of this is about. This archetype thing here. Let me go into this. Why did he retweet that? That. Okay, this is the guy who always taking the blame for Charles every time he's in a hot mess. Is he still working for him? For Charles? I don't remember his name, but let's see here. Charles could have help. He helped his friend. Okay. Okay, they made Meghan Markle take a citizenship test when her father-in-law sells citizenship to rich Arabs. But then again, Meghan is such a huge name out there within the royal family. Even if they were giving it to her, I don't think Meghan would want that, because the amount of abuse that they were giving her and the press, I don't think Meghan will want to be seen that they gave it to her. So, and I don't, there she left, and she didn't even want to be pushed, forward in front of the line to be the first one to take the test, because look at this, eventually she was gonna give it up. I spoke about this in many shape or form, so it works out very well. All right, so there's no love lost here. Okay, there's that. Did I finish with it? They made Meghan Markle take a citizenship test when her father-in-law sells citizenship to rich Arabs. They really made sure to give her none of the royal perks. I don't know about this. I don't even think Meghan took the test. I think she was talking about in terms of studying for the test, but I don't even think she took the test. I probably will have to listen to the podcast again. I don't think she took the test. She just was making reference about the things that she had to study if she decided to take the test. I think. I'm not 100% right about that. I understand what she's making reference to, and I also know the issue behind giving, cash for honor. This kind of thing. I have, I think, 2 or 3 videos about that. Okay, Prince Charles was 100% behind offer to help Saudi billionaire gain British citizenship as a reward and recognition for donating 1.5 million to his charity, said Fixer. That's the Fixer here. Because he took the blame for it. Charles claimed he didn't know anything about it. Someone who's running a firm, that was the point that I made in this topic. Someone who's running the charity, who's the top, the head, the main, the name, who's, of the charity, you don't know what's going on in it, and he just shifted the blame to this guy. That was the thing here. Meghan Markle literally has a podcast dedicated to break down archetypes and showing the real life humanity of women. Of humanity of women. She's not perfect, nor is she trying to pretend to be. That's why we love her. That's why she's special. Okay, I can't help but laugh at trolls or British media when they said things like, see, she struggled with her citizenship exam. Oh, did they? Really? Yeah, she's a real person. That exam is hard. I love that she's honest enough to share that. And I'm sure if she were to take it, she will pass it. Okay, as long as you study. Meghan, can you imagine an actress memorizing lines after lines? You think she will not memorize those answers? Alright, so let's go to the next tweet. Okay, I said as a note next to it, it says test citizen. Alright, so let's see here. Okay, do you have to take citizenship test to become a U.S. citizen? Asking for a friend. Yes, you have to take. It's very basic. I don't know if they make it hard now, but when I took it, it was very easy. Then again, most of the things I knew because I was interested in them. Okay, yes, prior to that, you have to stay in the U.S. 5 years, 3 years if married to a U.S. citizen, and you take an oath of allegiance. That's the thing here. This is the thing that I was saying. Once you become a citizen of the U.S., you give up your citizenship of whatever place you are from. Okay, but he have to relinquish all titles. He'll always be a blood prince, but in the U.S., he'll be a private citizen. To be honest, that's the last step left for him. What is it? And I think I brought this topic before, and I had a lot of people come after me. That was when I was just studying. I was, finding myself into learning about the Sussexes, the British royal family, and all of that. This was one topic I raised, okay, about citizenship. And believe me, the comments are still there. You guys could still go and watch that video. And I think it's a small little research looking at when he's living here, if he's creating charity, and if he's working, how he's gonna make money, and all of it. I was looking into that. Questions were popping up in my head. Okay, so when questions like that pop in my head, I need to find out. But the thing is that I could have easily do the research privately. But what I did is that while I was questioning myself, I was recording and share it with you, and I got blasted for it, and I left it anyway because I didn't care. And now they're coming to play again. This is the second time I'm bringing this up, and I think the name, the title of that video, I said his U.S. status or citizenship status or something like that. And I think I have the passport something, I don't know. There's a picture of Harry on it. All right, so I was asking myself all of this because if he's gonna live in the US, not knowing, you know, there's a special recognition when you that high profile of a person, and there's different ways. While I was looking into that, I didn't know there's different type of visas and all sort of things you could do to stay in the US when you have money. You know, when you're poor, they make it so difficult for you, but when you have money, there's a lot of ways. So Harry does. And one of the thing also, when Harry was leaving the UK to meet Meghan to Canada, one of the things that he said is that he will always I'm just paraphrasing now. I don't remember his exact word, but I know I will be putting that particular clip. He will always have utmost respect for the Queen, his commander-in-chief.
What I want to make clear is we're not walking away, and we certainly aren't walking away from you. Our hope was to continue serving the Queen, the Commonwealth, and my military associations, but without public funding. I was born into this life, and it is a great honour to serve my country and the Queen. It has been our privilege to serve you, and we will continue to lead a life of service. So in that respect, nothing changes. I will always have the utmost respect for my grandmother, my commander-in-chief.
Yeah, his commander-in-chief. That gave me the hint he will not give up his UK citizenship. Okay? Because he had so much respect for the Queen. But now that the Queen is dead, the question mark remains. We don't know what he's gonna do. Okay, so that's that. Okay, let's see here. Let me read this. Okay, yes, prior to that, you have to stay in the US 5 years, 3 years if married to US citizen, and you take an oath of allegiance. But he had to relinquish all titles. He'll always be a blood prince, but in the US, he'll be a private citizen. To be honest, that's the last step left for him. Okay, I did finish with it. Let's see here. Maybe that will be because the nonsense that they keep on putting about taking his titles and all of that. If Harry decided to become a US citizen now, okay, so they can't say anything about the title of stuff anymore. Okay, you don't have to relinquish titles. America allowed dual citizenship. Yeah, that's another thing too. Okay, this is incorrect. Although America does allow dual citizenship, it does not allow you to have allegiance to another country, foreign state, or entity. He'll have to denounce any other allegiance. Yep, that is true. That's one thing. I don't remember exactly the oath that I had to do, but I know I heard something like that. Okay, I became an American citizen and I don't recall denounce anything. It's just words. Well, legally, the US does recognize that. Okay, to you, you may not, you still provide help, aid your country or whatever, but when it comes to political aspect of thing, yeah, the US take that very deeply. Yes, he will soon, hopefully. And that woman in the photo, I genuinely thought Harry will end up with. Okay, but you have to renounce allegiance to kings in particular. Nope. Okay. Okay. Any into all of this to more detail, people could look it up. Yep. Do it, Harry. Yes. 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 Yes, you do. Yes. Last step. Okay. Yep. And it's pretty difficult. Yes, you have to. This is something Harry needs to think very deeply. It's up to him. All right. So that's his personal thing, but I know I looked it up but the squad came after me. I was just coming into the mix. You know, if I need to talk about them, I need to know their background, how they come about. And it's through that I was able to learn about the media, because that thing was popping up left and right. And this is the media. It was the media, the UK media, that got me into all of this. Otherwise, I'll be minding my business. Alright, so Tom Bower confirmed the Queen, Prince William, and the 3-time married Charles Spencer don't like Meghan. Oh, I didn't know that. So what? Does he expect Harry to leave Meghan because of it? He confirmed Meghan was never welcome, so why do the media lie she was welcome? Okay, and her last years, Diana wanted to stay at Althorpe and he refused, using media intrusion as his excuse. Okay, I'm not sure anything about that. They ain't gonna like her, but they will respect her. They'll need her before she needs them. Just wait and see. That's true. The part that will they F. Alright, the thing is that they don't want to respect her, but she's making sure they respect her. That's the thing that's going on here. Charles Spencer has no credibility. Yeah, I'm very surprised with him, especially during Diana's funeral. His speech over there.
I stand before you today, the representative of a family in grief, in a country in mourning, before a world in shock. We're all united, not only in our desire to pay our respects to Diana, but rather in our need to do so. For such was her extraordinary appeal that the tens of millions of people taking part in this service all over the world, via television and radio, who never actually met her, feel that they too lost someone close to them in the early hours of Sunday morning. It is a more remarkable tribute to Diana than I can ever hope to offer her today.
Okay, and for him to be another backstab, you know, they're all a baggage for God. Okay, that's all. Okay, his daughter Kitty had the biggest celebrity wedding of 2021, and that was it third married fool wasn't even there. What a father. Okay, I think I know a little bit about the daughter thing. The daughter married I guess a billionaire, and he's very old, someone that could be her father. But yeah, the squad brought it up, and I think I shared it with you. I don't even remember which video it's in, but sometime last year. Okay, when did he said that? Blame me, that awful. Okay, I'm not surprised at all. I mean, Diana was born in the Queen's backyard, and they turned on her quickly and treated her like a disposable item. Okay, Earl Spencer didn't even attend his own daughter's wedding, but God forbid that Meghan's father didn't attend hers. Okay, Bower has lied throughout his book, yet we're supposed to believe him on this. Meghan was under the perception that she was welcome. That's the thing. I spoke about this, where Harry and Meghan thought one thing. Okay, Harry and Meghan were on the same page. They knew they were gonna come and work and do all of this, and Meghan was gonna love her prince while she was in the UK and work and all of that. Okay, that was the main idea that Harry and Meghan had. And also, while they're married, they're gonna help the firm. This is the thought. But the firm had other idea. I discussed it on another video. It could have been the last video. Okay, and they say Meghan is an actress. Okay, I don't believe a word that man says. I doubt the Queen disliked Meghan. If she privately, the way that Meghan speaks so warmly of the Queen, all right, Meghan will have. I don't think if the Queen had treated Meghan in a negative way, Meghan will not speak of it. Okay, will not speak a damn thing about the Queen. All right. So since the things that she received from the Queen were positive, she shared them with us. All right, we've known all the good things she talked about the Queen. There's the part where they went the first outing. The Queen wanted to share the blanket for Meghan to cover her leg because, you know, it was kind of chilly. And having tea privately several times, even before they went to the Netherlands, as early as, was it this year? Yeah, this year. 2022, summer 2022, before they went to the Netherlands. They stopped and meet the Queen. Nobody knew. Until they left, they were in the Netherlands. That's when they said it. Alright, so, and that's the thing, the people in the UK were so very pissed off, some of the royal, because how dare them have access to the queen when we should be the one. And I think that's one of the reasons they fast forward her departure. I'm sorry, it's not funny, but I really think this is what happened. Alright, in my own crazy mind. Okay, this is my humble opinion before people start saying other crazy things just like me. I don't believe a word that man says. I doubt the queen disliked Meghan or Charles Spencer. Bowers wouldn't have been privy to their thought, okay, or feeling. We can assume it's true of the lazy Cambridges and Chuck. All right, that's the part where they're thinking they know what you're thinking. They didn't like her for the same reason those bitter island don't like her. Perhaps they rather a mediocre marriage, average, unremarkable, plain, promiscuous white chicks than an amazing, exceptional. The way she's writing the thing, beautiful, intelligent, polished, talented, working, unattached black woman. Okay, you just described the majority of female in the British media and all of the aristocrats. Right? I don't think the queen was on speaking terms with Bauer. Okay, this is what I can believe. If it's Queen Elizabeth II, I don't believe it. Alright, so let's go to the next tweet. Whew, the things that you read on Twitter is amazing. Next tweet, there's this. The difference in the two pictures really stands out to me. A whole different energy, the ambience, atmosphere, the environment, just everything. One looks very comfortable and the other one not so much. Look at the thing. What is it? Woman, the book behind her. Yep, look at her all, happy, cheerful. But this one, it seems like they're just pushing her to do those things. Whatever, let me not say anything. Okay, it always feels like it is forced to do work. She's not passionate about any project. Yeah, that's the thing. Okay, she only seems passionate when she's meeting celebrities. Okay, I don't know. Okay, she is literally single white female. Meghan chill. All right, I think to be fair to Kate, that's Meghan's background as an actress works her advantage in situation like this. She's comfortable in front of a camera and it shows. She's also a more accomplished speaker. That's true. Kate isn't, and so she looks awkward, uncomfortable as a result. I mean, at this point, this is the thing. I'm not saying I'll do anything better, okay? This is not to say I'll do anything better. But sometimes when you're chasing something, okay, you must be prepared for what you're chasing for, if you know what I mean. She's been chasing for this position. So if you were chasing for this position, shouldn't you polish your I don't know, your public speaking, your way of doing things? At least just pretend. I don't know. I'm not saying, okay, I'm repeating myself. I'm not saying I'll do anything better. But just the fact that she was the one who was chasing for that position and now she has it, she can really handle it. Okay, whatever's on the screen. Alright, okay, that's the one I just read. Take a look at the younger princesses and royal family from other countries giving speeches. They speak dual language too. They put Kate to shame. Yes, I could understand that because those are the royals who grew up. Okay, it's different coming from outside. Those who grew up in it, so they're already training them. So that I'm taking Kate's side here in that aspect. Because I could see myself in this. Okay, let's say if I meet someone randomly and I didn't know that person was a prince and we fell in love, we got married or whatever. Okay, I have my husband already. This is not to say anything about my husband. He's not going anywhere. He's my baggage. All right, so getting into that marriage not knowing that the aspect, the position of it. Okay, but I could learn. Okay, just like Princess Diana, for instance, she got lessons for public speaking and all of that. She knew she was lack of it, so she got a lesson for it and she got better at it. Okay, this is something they could teach you. You could learn from it. But those other royals who grew up in it, it's completely different. When you look at Harry and prior meeting Meghan, many times I brought this up. There's this picture of Meghan sitting, I think they were in Australia. It was Harry, I think it was preparing for the INVICTUS, whatever. Harry was on stage, Meghan was in the audience. She was the only person, and obviously the person who snapped the picture, but it's not the focus of that. You see Harry practicing his speech. And I said at that time when I first came across that picture, okay, I said this is Meghan who probably helping Harry with his speech. Maybe in their hotel room they were practicing it, and then Meghan was probably saying maybe you could do this differently, you could tweak this and that, giving him a little hint here and there. That's what I said back then when I first saw that picture. All right, so when you look at the reason that I brought this up is that when you look at William and Harry prior Meghan kind of thing, when they're doing speeches, they're not that great, but they are okay with it because they grew up in it. But there's always room for improvement. No matter what it is, there is always room for improvement. You could always get better. And I'm pretty sure Meghan probably, when she looks at her speech sometime, okay, she probably said, oh, I could have said this differently, I could have done this differently, or whatever. When she look back at things, there's always room for improvement. But Meghan, she knew this is what she wanted to do, being at the in front of a camera. These are all those things, those little things that she need to polish up to be at the position. She already had that. She was already there. But the others who marry into, they will have to learn it. Or if you know you're gonna be married one, is get yourself prepared. All right, get lessons. All right. I'm not saying I'm any better, okay? My public speaking is shitty. All right, just to let you know where I'm coming from. All right, let's finish what's on the screen. Okay, not my usual take, but in this case, the difference seemed fine. Two different women, two different roles, very different experiences, and very different target audiences. Okay, but only one of them is obsessed with presenting herself like the other with disastrous result. That is true. That is true. And this one, I understand it very, very well. But the thing is that the other one's been in that position for more than 10 years. She could have got help if she knows she was lack thereof. Get help for it. All right, one reads book, the other one doesn't. That's another thing. All right, let me go to the squad or something. You could see it, the finished product, you could see it. All right, next week, this is the parody of Prince William, and I came across it and I thought I'd share it with you. All right, this is not Prince William, it's just someone who claimed a parody to make people laugh. Okay, rest assured that my spare children Charlotte and Louis will be fine until of course they start dating someone my family and tabloid friend does not approve of. Okay, be nice to Charlotte. George will probably come out of the closet while you're still alive. Oh my god. I didn't see that coming. This is funny. Oh my god. Be nice to Charlotte. George will probably come out of the closet while you're still alive. Oh my god. Okay, glad you can be pegged as a father who cares. There's this. Saying this, the same fate will befall George, spouse, and Charlotte or Louis, depending on whoever had bigger personality than George among them. This is what should be the focus of UK people, to call the media to order, to stop bullying sport, okay? To stop the bullying sport, but they too busy hating. I think I call this thing gladiator. I think in one of my videos I call this kind of media spouting like gladiator. Unless they start getting limelight, if Heir turns out as work shy as his parent, there are too many ifs and buts. Okay, do you realize this is not Prince William? I mean, I think if you're quality, you should know. Next tweet. Now this is Dr. Shola, and I think it was very interesting to share. Whenever I come across Dr. Shola, it's worth sharing. Okay, royal family don't want public to know they're messy, imperfect, and human like rest of us, so haters fear Prince Harry telling truth and spare. Haters can blame Windsors for damage their mess failings will cause, so blame Meghan, biracial wife of the spare. Okay, it's the wife's fault. Okay, imagine rudeness behind closed doors, the royal family welded with the assumption of zero accountability. Now imagine a motherless boy of 12 with no one to turn to. This is the image sometime when I think after Princess Diana died. A 12-year-old in the castle over there. Okay? Who does he turn to? Okay? This, I can never wrap my head around of how he was able to get out of, to be the only decent human being. I think maybe, I don't know, Princess Diana's spirit said, I have to get you out of this mess over there. I don't know. Thank God for his lucky star. Like he said in his engagement, the stars were aligned. Oh my goodness. Enroll in institutions and left to a firm of men in gray to freely treat as a commodity was thy baby wealthy orphan. My goodness. Let's see here. Oh, this is so cute. A mother's arms are more comforting than anyone else. That's right, Diana, Princess of Wales. Wow, that was her who said that? I didn't know that. Okay, Spencer, what Princess Diana said about the royal staff, she called the enemy. Okay, King Charles' coronation will be on Archie's birthday, and I'm convinced the royal family is equally messy and petty. Okay. Was it BuzzFeed? There are 365 days in the year, but y'all choose this one. More at the link in bio. That's one of the things I remember saying in one of the comments when I first come across this, the due date of the coronation. Alright, are they ever going to stop blaming and hating her? She left years ago and has created a successful life for herself and her family in the US and hasn't given UK a second glance, yet they won't get off her neck. Royal family, royal voter, UK tabloid, and other UK press outlet have no humanity. Okay, I know, right? And the baffling thing is the firm seems to be complicit in this insanity. It just makes no sense. Thanks to her demanding half-sibling folks recklessly through the stigma NPD on her and parrot royal rats talking point every day. There's that. But we know they're messier than the rest of us. Couple messy with evil. Alright, what's this now? Charles could publicly criticize his parents, the Queen, at the time. Meanwhile, Roddo conveniently want to earn revenue by writing about Harry and Meghan, but Harry shouldn't speak for himself. And at the end, all will be Meghan's fault. There's that. I think I read this in another. Alright, for the sake of this video, let's see what this one said. Shortly after ascending the throne, Queen Elizabeth had to rely fully on the help of her staff and the Queen's mother to care for her 2 children while she embarked on a 6-month-long Commonwealth tour. Because of her responsibilities, Prince Charles viewed his mother as absent and has made several comments about what it was like having the Queen for a mother. In a 1994 biography, Prince Charles told Jonathan Dembly that it was, quote, inevitably the nursery staff, end quote, that saw him grow up. Because of this, he has painted his mother in a negative light. What else? There's all of this. All the books, the things they write about the Sussexes. Can you imagine this? Wow. But Harry cannot speak for himself. Wow. Bango. Boom. Should I read the book or wait for the movie to come out? You'll do both. You'll do both. The bad thing for them is that we've known that they were messy since Diana was alive. Yep. Receipt. Spot on, well said. Meghan should do an Archetype episode on wife blaming for all the ills of toxic family. They want to rewrite history, but Diana is their forever ghost. Okay, they're racist and misogynist, so really don't matter outside of their own bubble. Alright, let's go to another one. There's more comment. Let's move on. Some very good discussion there. Next tweet. Okay, now I understand where the karma comes from. Meghan's 43% Nigerian ancestors are not here to play games. But people keep risking their lives hating on her. Could never be me. The way she put it. I saw this before I went to bed and I put it on my community board and on my IG and I was like, good night. Which one did I say? I think it was on my IG. Alright. Iman Holmes blasted with backlash for inciting murder after calling for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle to be thrown over the balcony. I think during that time, that was before the Jubilee. I remember coming across it. I did not, either I blur out or I bleep when he said that. I remember saying it and I say, baggage forgot, something like that. Okay, that was 21 April 2022. This year, it didn't take too long. Okay, and then there's this here, and that was another time. This is not the first time. There was something else that happened to him, and I share it with you guys. I don't know when, but it happened a couple months ago. Okay, he's in an awful lot of pain. Imon Holmes, 62, fractured his shoulder from fall down the stairs, causing him to undergo another. It's not funny, but it's uppercase. Another operation just weeks after spinal surgery. All right. Now I'm laughing at the tweet that posted that the ancestors are not playing. Okay, 1st November 2022. Let's see here. This is the part here. Nigerian ancestors are not here to play games. Okay, it is not only the Nigerian ancestors, but the whole Africa and those of people of color. The squad or something. The ancestors are still looking at him. They're not started with him and the rest of the British media, but in the meantime, they can Google what Nigerian gods and goddesses do to people like that. I'm sorry. Please look at the screen because I don't think I'm making any sense reading this because of my stupid laugh. Okay, let's start all over. The ancestors are still looking at him. They're not started with him and the rest of British media, but in the meantime, they can Google what Nigerian gods and goddesses do to people like them and await their faith. Each one of them will get it. I don't know why I find this so funny. Witnessing Karma like, okay, they didn't wait for Karma to pay him a visit. Ancestors not playing with him. Okay, I am here for it. Karma is knocking on their door one by one. He must retire. He must retire. It's game over. Needs his wife to be by his side now 24/7. The way the squad are responding to this is ridiculous. Who needs payback when Karma's on your side? Okay, well, he's reaping what he saw. Okay, next tweet. Oh my God, Twitter is crazy. The squad. All right, I'm almost done. All right. This one I just saw it before I started recording, and I thought it was very interesting. I did not listen to it, but once I saw Miss and Harriman, and then I saw him there, and I was like, okay, let me share it. Okay, with 1.8 million acutely malnourished children in Somalia, Save the Children ambassador Miss Anne Harriman talks to Lisa Jackson at Web Summit Lisbon about the importance of everyone, no matter the size of reach, amplifying news of East Africa's hunger crisis before lives are lost. All right, it's 1 minute and 27 seconds.
And last month, I flew to Somaliland and saw the East Africa hunger crisis firsthand. Seeing pastoral families that for generations, I mean, speaking to elders that are 95 years old, are saying they've never seen 5 seasons of drought. That is...
To interrupt his thing here, there's a lot of things that has to do with the war in Ukraine as well, because Ukraine okay, it's not the only but the top producer of wheat, and they export their wheat to a lot of different countries, and especially to Africa as well. But this plays a very huge role with the hunger that's going on in East Africa, because wheat is not being distributed. And I think during the beginning, okay, I don't know which phase of the war that Russia destroys some of their ports. Okay, let me not go there because I don't want to talk about the war in Russia, but to because I'm aware of that. This is why I'm bringing it, if just in case some of you are not aware of it. The war in Ukraine have to do with a lot of things that's going in terms of hunger in Africa. All right, so let's continue.
Climate change and climate crisis, and I want to give you a stat. 1.8 million children under the age of 5 are on the verge of severe malnutrition. We haven't had these sort of numbers in 40, 50 years.
Wow.
And the most important thing today my call to action for you is not necessarily asking for money or donations. It's for everyone here to recognize the power and importance of their timeline and newsfeed, whether you have 5 followers or 5 million.
Ooh, that hit home. That hit home. I think I said something like that in one of my videos, one of my podcasts. Okay, it doesn't matter how much of a platform you have. If you are influencing one mind, just one mind, you better talk something positive. No wonder why Harry and Meghan are very connected to him. Wow, I love that what he said. All right, I'm moving it back slightly.
5 followers or 5 million. I need and would like the stories of these families, and specifically the most innocent, these children, to get out, because I believe in the average man and woman and the network effect of empathy.
Wow, very powerful. Okay, let's see some of the comments here. Okay, raise your words, not your voice. It is rain that grows flowers, not thunder. Okay, there's that. Save the Children are based in London. Where are East African there? Where are East African anywhere? Okay, the term East Africa is often, especially in the English language, used to specifically refer to the area now comprising the 3 countries of Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda. However, Somalia geographically is the most easternmost projected African continent. I think this is something my son, my youngest in particular, will know. Can you imagine my youngest? When sometime right now he's in punishment, he can't play video game on the computer. So this computer, just like mine, has 2 screens. So in one screen where he's playing his game, there's another screen he's looking at videos talking about, I don't know, sometime what is it, part of geography and all of that. The other day I asked him a question. This kid just blew my mind. I didn't even know the answer to it. I don't remember what it was. He went into freaking detail. I think it has to do with Russia, Tsar, or something like that. I was blown away. So sometime when he does those kind of things, when he's watching certain thing, because in the living room, that's the computer we let him use, because when my husband is watching TV, at least we could keep an eye on him. All right, so we see what he's doing, what he's watching, so we let him be. But the things that he interested in is geography, those kind of things, space, the planet. The other day he was the one who tells me he wants to go to Alaska, I think, to see the northern light. I was like, what the hell? Who wants to go to? If your dad wants to take you, he could go, because that place there is too cold for me. This kind of thing. So he knows a lot of things about this kind of thing. Known more as Horn of Africa. Very nice post, Omid. Thank you for posting about Somalia and their suffering children. And Shah Allah, our sister, and Iran are liberated from the oppression they suffer. And let's not forget what the footprint of Europe and Africa. All right, some of the things that Africa is going through is due to effect of European going over there and, you know, do their thing. All right, this is my last tweet, and I thought I shared this with you for some. I think, if I'm not, I think it's somewhere in the UK. All right, so for those who keep on saying things about Harry and Meghan and all of that, that now we have a visual aspect of things, of the sewage in the UK. All right, let's see here. 90% rain, yeah. Was it SWW? Was it? I don't know. Sewage discharge this morning at St. Agnes. Unbelievable. A dad just got out of this Avo and said to his 3-year-old, best wash the sewage off. It is still stinking. No way am I surfing in that. Okay, 2022, speechless. Southwest water. Okay, so that's why the southwest water. Okay, surface again, sewage, Cornwall. Okay, so when people are the haters in the UK are minding Harry and Meghan's business, this is what's going on. Look at, you could see the difference here. Over there is all blue and green. Here, there's the brown, dirty water. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Let's see here. Remember, Okay, every UK MP who just voted to allow water companies to continue, and things like that was happening as well in the US. Because I remember reading something where in Florida, some Floridian were complaining about sewage water and dumping in the ocean and kind of like that. So these people, this is the same boat. The Republicans in the US and the Tories in the UK, same boat. All right. So this is why during the 2020 election, where I was saying they needed the US to close up that gap that they were trying to do. Whatever it is that there is a plan, and I think they're still at their plan. Whatever plan they had to do that one world order kind of thing, okay, they still at it, and they almost achieved it if they had got the US at it. If a good amount of people did not go vote in the US, they would have got away with it the same way they got away with it in 2016. Okay, so it's the same vibe that was going on in the US that was going on in the UK. All right, treating Southwest sewage water is useless. They won't do anything until legally forced. Treat this instead. All right, stop water companies dumping sewage in our rivers and coastal waters. And the thing is that you will think, okay, you will think they're hurting one person, but they're hurting themselves as well, because this is their planet. No wonder why they want to go out of space. But this, if you go live in another planet, you're gonna need to walk around with things around you to help you breathe, because this is not where you were born. It's almost like a fish, breathing out of water. They can't really survive outside of the water. So them destroying their own planet, I just don't understand. I don't understand. Okay, to the beach, swim and poo. That's the direction here. Okay, all right, so that was it. The main thing is this, the video that I wanted to share with you. Is there? Yeah, nothing. You just look at the image, okay? The difference in coloration. All right, so that's it. Let's do a prayer. Prayer for what? Something says result. Why the word result come to mind? But let's type it and see what comes up. Prayer for result. Right? Result. I lay before you all the hopes and fear I have about the outcome. May you place a peace within me now as I rest and await the result. Thank you that I am safely held in your love. Thank you that whatever happens in the future, I will live in your goodness and walk with you always. Okay. I don't know why the word result came in mind, but I typed it anyway. Let's pick one. Let's do the first one. Prayer for those awaiting exam result. Okay, that looks like for college. Okay. Okay, give us peace in our hearts, our bodies, our mind, our soul, as we await patiently and with confidence, knowing that we will emerge victorious. As I'm reading this, you know what pops up in my, because the midterm election is coming, so we're hoping that it goes, to continue what we're doing right now with President Biden. I don't know. That's what pops up in my mind. Okay, we will emerge victorious. Let worry, fear, and doubt flee at the sound of your great name. Grant us favor, loving Father, in the eyes of the examiners. We put our utmost faith and trust in you. All right, that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. And someone did a very nice donation. So that's it. Thank you for your donation and your support. That's it.
For me, it's an added member of the family. It's another team player as part of the bigger team. And for all of us, all we want to do is be able to
carry out the right engagements, carry out our work, and try and encourage others and the younger generation to be able to see the world in the correct sense, rather than perhaps having a distorted view.